Hey folks, Rob here, and we're back with our second product that was sent over by Nightcore, and this is a flashlight. Now, this is kind of an interesting looking flashlight. I haven't opened the box and look at it, but it definitely looks like an interesting flashlight. This is the Nightcore EDC29. This has 6,500 lumens, 400 meters, 40,230 CDs, impact resistant to 1 meter, and IP54 rated. It's strobe ready, it says. So we'll check that out. And interesting looking flashlight. It's kind of, if you look on the box there or on the back, it looks like it's going to be fairly slim. So this is kind of one I'm excited to get down on the table, take a look at, and see what the Nightcore EDC29 looks like. It is UHI LED, ultra high LED, I guess. So let's put her down on the table, open her up, and check out this new light from Nightcore. All right, down here on the table, we got our Nightcore EDC29 flashlight. Let's open her up and take a look at it. As I mentioned before, don't pay no attention to my thumb. I had to run in with my table saw. I've not been doing so well lately, and yeah, I'll just leave that for a different video. But anyway, let's open this up and see what this Nightcore flashlight is like. And same as before, you have this tab you pull out, and that pulls out your unit, which is pretty nice. In the top here, we have the flashlight itself, and even has an LED or LCD screen. Got this little protector over it. Let's peel that off so we can, doesn't reflect on the camera, or if I can do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on that. Okay, up top here you have your power. So for you, 4.1 full lock. So this must have some functionality to it. And then over here's another. So I still haven't figured out how to turn it on yet. Push and hold maybe. Full lock too. Maybe it's got a lock on it. There it is. So you actually have a lock here on the side, and on and off. So you can lock it to where the buttons do not push it on. So if you got it clipped in your pocket, man, this thing is nice. It's made out of some. You got you got a lanyard for it, and you have your charging. This is USB-C charging. This is not magnetic charging. So where the other one was magnetic charging, this one is just USB. So it's not very heavy. So here's where you do your charging at. You got a cover here for your USB-C charging port. Your thumb lock falls right under your finger here, which would be actually, I guess, under your thumb, because the lenses are at the far end. So let's unlock it and turn it on. Let's see if we have different level settings. So if you push that end, if you push the button in, it goes to like turbo. It doesn't stay there, it just goes turbo and back. So let's do a long hold. I'll probably have to they make power remaining, so it tells you how much power is remaining in your light. These things have so many functions that sometimes they're a little daunting to figure out. God, that is bright. Oh my God, that would blind. That is bright. So there we are That's bright. But that other one is like, dang, that's like super bright. If there is such a thing as super bright. So yeah, it does have toggle. You push lightly on this end cap. So once it's on, you can strobe through. So there's low, 2, 3, 4. So you have four brightness settings. There, that being the least. And then let's see. From any one of these settings, you can hit that, and that's the turbo button. That ranks her up there. And like I said, this lock on the side, nothing operates when the lock's on the side. So keeps you from activating it in your pocket. So with the thumb slide down, with it down toward the base, you can actuate your. Now it's turned off and see if it comes back. So yes, it does have a memory. I love a light that has a memory because I don't want to have to cycle through every intensity just to get. I want it to come back to where I left it at. If I want to change it after the fact, then I will. So when I turn it back on, it comes back on bright. And turbo. Now I still haven't figured out the strobe. I may have to look in the book. It had a reading there. Oh, it's at 1200 looms, an hour and 48, or is that a minute and 48? So there's level 1. So it'll run 54 hours at that level. So it even tells you how long it will run at each level. 100 looms, 11 hours and 23 minutes. 400 looms, 2 hours and 31 minutes. 1200 looms, an hour and 47 minutes. And then 3000 lumen. Wow, it sucks the power down. But that's 3000 lumens when you kick that in high. Wow. 6500 lumens. See what it does. So it only stays on so long because that thing, that would get hot. And look, now it's powering back up. So that thing is hot. That screen is hot. When you crank out to 6500 looms, this thing gets hot. That's why it can only run for so long. This thing would probably burst into flames. It is warm. It is definitely warm. So, but yeah, that's pretty neat. It's got a power indicator. So, and it tells you the time. Flashlights today have become so intelligent. I still ain't figured out the lumen. We're going to take this out in the dark here in a minute. We're going to take out our other one as well on our the Nightcore, the MPL27. We're going to take that out after it gets a little darker, and we're going to try these out there. Let's see how much power we got left. We're not on. Let's see, can we check our power indicator? Full lock. So it told us it's locked. So if it's locked, it tells you there. I was just wanting to see if we had just a battery indicator whenever. But I guess you have to actually have it on. It has a nice pocket clip here. Guys, I think I'm going to carry this. This thing is like sleek. This is a nice little light. It's got some knurling here on the sides. I like the pocket lock, so you don't actuate it, because I have had flashlights before where you get them turned on in your pocket. You got little thumb ramps here. I guess you could, I still haven't figured out the strobe though, but I will look it up. Let me do that real quick and I'll get right back with you. Okay, folks. I recorded this once, and I don't think I pushed the play button on my camera, so we're going to do it again. And if I did, I'll just throw that out. But I figured out how to do the strobe function. So it has a strobe or illumination function, it calls it, and it's programmable. So you have your power button here, which is what cycles you through your 4 settings that you have on it: ultra low, low, medium, and high. And then, of course, it has a memory. So whenever you cycle it through to one of those positions and turn it off, it's off. Now, this illumination button here is when you push it and hold it, it lights up. But if you want to change that to strobe, then you would push the illumination button here, or the program button. I don't know what they call it. The Lume Shield strobe. I don't know if it's written on there, but they call that something in the manual. Anyway, hold that button in. It's going to light up, and then hold that in, and it went to strobe mode. So you changed your programming on this. So now, instead of when I push it, it comes on as illumination. It comes on as a strobe light. And believe me, this thing is bright. And in order to change it back, and it will stay there as long as you leave it there. So if you want to use strobe mode, just leave it in strobe mode. But if you want to change it back, push it in, push that, and it goes back to illumination mode. So anyway, guys, I can't wait to get this outside, because this thing is like a freaking, this is probably the brightest flashlight I believe I've ever held in my hands. It's also one of the hottest flashlights, because that thing is hot. That thing puts out some light. 6,500 looms, I think it says. Yeah, 6,500. And when it's on the 6,500, she's getting hot quick. So anyway, we're going to take this outside and shine it around a little bit after dark, and we'll see what 6,500 looms look like. So anyway, stay tuned for that, guys. All right, guys, kind of the same drills with the MPL27, the Nightcore pistol mounted light. I'm just going to do kind of the same concept with this, even though this one has a lot more variety of uses. You know, you could use this for a lot of different things. And I'm not giving you a thumbs up, but you could give me a thumbs up. But this could be used for a wide range of uses: camping, backpacking, EDC, emergency light. This thing is this is like an amazing. This is probably the best light I've gotten yet, in my opinion. And that's saying a lot, because I've had some pretty good lights. So anyway, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come up here by the camera. We're going to cycle it down the hallway 40 feet, which would be typical for inside your house. And we're going to look at it here. I was going to go outside, and I was going to do this outside, but would you know it, it started raining. So we're inside. So we're going to do this on the inside. I'm going to let you see what it looks like. Then we're going to go back, and we'll see what I see, and then I'll show you what you'd see. I don't know if that made any sense or not. So I'm going to kill this light and come over here by the tripod. First, I got to unlock the thing. Did I unlock it? I think I did. Yeah. So let's there's our lowest setting. So that's down. That's about almost 40 feet right there. So that's what they call ultra low. And I don't know how much you can make out with that. So let's bump it up to the next notch, which is that is 13 minutes at that one, level 2, or 13 hours, I should say. That's level 2. So 13 hours at level 2. So 400 looms is 3 hours. So there's 400 looms. So we're up to 400 looms there. Now let's go to 1,200 looms, and we got 1 hour and 56 minutes at 1,200. And guys, that lights it up like daylight down through there. Now, just for giggles, now I think I told you wrong. I think this has two different levels on this high power. I think if you push it down once, it's 3,000. And if you push it on down, wait, it went into strobe. 3,000. There's the 1,200. Let's just go back to 15. And I pushed it down and it goes to 3,000. Well, I push it on down, it goes to strobe. So let's see if I got it in strobe mode. Oops, sorry. So let's see if I got it in the right mode. So there's at the lowest lume, 60 hours. Push it down, we get 3,000 looms. Push it down again, we get 6,500. So we get 3,000 and then 6,500. And as you can see there, the little battery indicator is creeping back up. So it has to repower itself after each use. So we'll point it down the hall here. There's 3,000 loom. There's 6,000. Well, I timed out. I ran out of juice. So let's turn it to 15 and go through that again. Cycle through those while our other builds back up until we get to full power. So now we're back at 15. Now I'm going to hit us for 3,000 looms and then 6,000 looms. And guys, look at that. That's like the sun on fire. Now, I'm going to leave us on 15 looms. And I'm going to walk back down there to the end of the hallway where I was earlier with the MPL 27, shine it at you. And this would be what you would see if you were to come in my house and I would shine this in your eyes. So you tell me what you think about this light. So I'm just going to walk down here. Now we're about almost 40 feet down here. So this light should reach hundreds of yards. So here we are. We're about 35 feet, and there's the lowest setting. That's your lowest setting there. There is the next setting. That is, I think that's 100 looms. I think it was. We had 15, 100, 400, 1,200, 3,000. No, that's 6,000. Sorry. I hit you with it all at once. 3,000. You push it in, you get 3,000. You push it all the way, you get 6,000. So it's kind of got a double. So let's try this again. 3,000, 6,000. So guys, that is what you would be looking at. This is one bright flashlight. If it quits raining a minute, we'll take it back out and we'll see if we can get some distance out of it. Okay, guys, it's quit drizzling. So we're pointed toward my daughter's trailer. It's not real pitch black dark yet. There's still a little blueness in the sky, but I'm just going to cycle you through these real quick. Now we're going to go to that was 100 lume. I didn't get I went straight. I bypassed the least one. I turned it off. So there's 400 looms. So you can see in front of my daughter's trailer up behind it. So let's go to 1,200 looms. So there's 1,200. So that definitely lights up the front of the trailer all the way down. So, and it's foggy out here because it just rained. So let's kick it up to 3,000 loom. There's 3,000. Well, there was 3,000. So let's kick it up to 3,000 if I can hold it there. It's kind of hard to keep it right there. So there's how far you can see. And then let's go to 6,000. There is 6,000 looms. And you can see it's super bright. You can't run at 6,000 looms very long. So anyway, just to kind of look at how it is on the outside. There's 15 looms. Just enough to walk by. You could walk easily with that. And then 100 looms. Good little walk light. It's got a nice little spread to it. 400, 1,200, 3,000, 6,000. So anyway, guys, there's a look at the The Nightcore EDC29. Guys, this is an amazing light. I like the fact that you can lock it. I even put my lanyard on it. I'm going to carry this light. And it's super slim. It's not terribly heavy. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave a link to this. Check it out. I believe this is the best flashlight I've had yet with the most options. So anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Till I come to you with something else, we'll see you guys later.